Hey gang, it's Azseth. I want to talk about speaking with your dollar and walking with your dollar. But before I do, um, companies, individuals, people, if you are in this position and you're forced by leftists, don't make a decision. If you're not comfortable, don't don't bend the knee. But if you're not comfortable going the other way, then just don't make a decision. Remain neutral. For the NHL specifically, I would suggest the policy, just like most people said, to do with the NFL. And I would be watching the NFL today if they did something this simple. On the field and during the game, you guys are football players on the ice, and during the three periods or overtime, you all are hockey players. Eventually, the game ends. Then you can go on Twitter and say, I disagree with America this. I don't like police that. And the flag means this to me after the game. Specifically not during, again, whatever country you're in, your the national anthem, even if you're in a country and it's not your national anthem. Um, so I want to talk about speaking with your dollars. Give and don't, and it's simple, and we always know, like, okay, Goya is a big thing. Give your money to Goya, and that's great. But also, it's important what you don't do with your money. So take some time, man. For example, I go to the store and I see, not, I don't drink beer, but I see like certain ones have the NFL cases, or where I am in the Detroit Lions ones. So I won't buy that. Not that I would anyway. But if I was buying cheese and it was an NFL sponsored cheese or something, hot dogs, I don't know, whatever, I will not buy it. Or if it's made in China, I will not support communist China. Um, so it's also important to take a moment and look where your money goes at, where you may not be thinking about it so much, and try and find some alternatives. So that's the importance of speaking with your dollars, both from giving and by not giving. Um, and with that, don't virtue signal with it. Don't be so, don't lack self-awareness to the point that, because this is just me. Again, I'm a centrist, so, but I do not like virtue signaling. I just think it's gross. Now, if I'm taking a picture trying to get attention, it's different. And I know it's all in the eye of the beholder, and it's all about perspective. So I'm just saying, make sure you make this about supporting those companies, not about trying to support yourself. Don't be vainglorious. It's just gross. So I was having a parlor conversation. We were talking about UFC. Got me thinking about, the guy was like, "Oh, I'm watching UFC." I'm like, "Man, I haven't watched UFC in years." And I know Dana White is mildly ish pro Trump, but at the very least, he's not he doesn't call me a Nazi for liking Trump and doesn't call Trump a Nazi for disagreeing with him when he does. So, pretty cool. So this Sunday, or I think it was a Sunday, I'll go check it again. I'm gonna go and get a pay-per-view. Um, and before I go on to the NHL specific, but along the same vein with the NHL, with food companies, with businesses if you're opening up a business soon, hopefully, if you're not in Michigan and don't have a governor who's a retard, um, people are going to be waking up soon. Not leftists, though. They're just going to be coming out and spending money. But people like me who are more conscientious of where our money goes are going to start looking at this. I'm wearing this jersey that I've had for years, and now I'm to the point where I've been looking. Prior to the couple seasons, the Red Wings have not been doing great, which makes it tough to buy a jersey. Um, and so I'm waiting. Where this is going is I may spend that money this next couple, taking my daughters to NHL games. I'm not going to be going to an NFL game and watching people disrespect the flag. Not going to be going to an NBA game, and having to honor Black Lives Matter, who has killed 8-year-old children, killed innocent black men, jailed innocent black men, tormented them and harassed them, and I'm going to go and give that company my money? Absolutely not. So we are going to be speaking with our dollars, so companies, please, if you don't bend the knee and if you don't tip the hat, or if you consider it bending the knee either way, don't get involved. Keep it, and as a customer, maybe if respect that. Don't be the leftist. You tell me you like Trump, thump in their chest, being the left, again, leftist, just the leftist for Trump. Not that that makes sense, but I think you get it. Don't be the leftist threatening people to get them to bow to you. Now, hockey. This is one interesting thing I want to talk about 5 minutes later. I don't know if this is going to happen. I hope it doesn't. Because I want to watch hockey very much. I'm foaming at the mouth for it like a rabid pit bull. And let's look at again. This is going to be hilarious because it's such a racially charged conversation, which is why I'm just going to dive right into it. You may be surprised at this. Generally speaking, black people don't like hockey very much. Shock. I know. I'll give you a moment. All right. So let's say they bend the knee to Black Lives Matter. I call it the Goya effect. That there's impact, like something falling in the water. You hit and there's waves out, and then the thing goes under, and then gravity pulls it back up, and it goes back. So what I'm getting at is there's stock low, high, Trump responds, media responds, and then things level out. Ride that wave. If again, this is good. I love how racial this is going to sound. Not racist, racial. If you dump off a massive amount of your white demographic, and again, not on the principle that we're racist, on the principle that we consider you racist and ignorant for supporting, again, Black Lives Matter. They had their people executed children, randomly shot white and black Americans, children, attacking people with mental handicaps and mental disabilities. That's an awful brown shirt group. So they are the racists. So you're going to X people like me out for people who are going to, on their way up, buy a game ticket and twit something out. Hashtag NHL loves Black Lives Matter. It's not going to bring tickets. I'm not going to go sit at your seat. And spoiler alert, they're not either. In addition to black people as a whole, collectively, generally not being interested in hockey, neither are sissies and leftists and people of that demographic mentally. Ironically, I believe blacks and specifically black Americans would love hockey. The speed and coordination of it is what, again, this is just for men. This is for people. This is for Americans. This is for South Americans who don't know anything about hockey. It's fast. I grew up playing it, and so again, I always say you view the world through the lens of your own bias. I grew up playing hockey, and in Michigan, it's more culturally around you. It's very much so. So it wasn't until for the Marines was a big thing for me when I finally went to the Marine Corps, and people are like, I don't even understand what's happening. And I'm like, dude, he just passed the puck up. He banked it behind the boards. He did the forecheck. The two guys came in. He kicked it out. The guy had the one-timer from there. The rebound, it's like, but then they're like, I just saw a bunch of guys like a football, or not football, a rugby scrum, But again, I just had to take a moment and man, it's and you can. The best thing about hockey, and I have a philosophy growing up, you're not really friends with someone until you fought them. And I'm going to end it with this. Hockey's beautiful because in NBA, any sport aside from UFC or contact sports, any other sport, if I walk up and punch you in the face and you punch me back and then we start punching each other, we're gone. In hockey, they're like, dude, time out. Take 5 and then come back in and we'll try this again. Go cool off, bro. That's hockey. And then if you ever get a chance, I may do a video on this. These guys, when they fight, oh yeah, good one, man. Oh yeah, you want, and the exchanges, the typical Canadian politeness with the masculinity of the fact that we're about to punch each other's teeth out is amazing. They get up, oh, good one, man. And there's the dirtier sides of hockey, and just like any aspect of of sports and all that and competition. But I just, man, you should check a video out. Maybe I'll post one at some point. Anyway, I'm gonna go. NHL, please don't bend the knee. Please don't bend the knee. Go Goya. The Goya, what was it? The Goya phenomenon, the Goya effect. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do that. Love you guys. Bye.